Hey gang, we're talking about posture today. And each and every day I think about how do I get my body in better alignment, better posture. So simple, easy exercises. And I want to begin with this. This is called centering. I'm going to put my feet together and I'm just going to engage my inner thighs, draw my navel up and in, chest is up, shoulders are down, kind of resets my posture. So if you're in a meeting, you're even sitting in a position, you can always kind of work on this. Number two, now we're going to go against the wall. So again, reset, easy to do. I'm going to take my heels and put them right against the wall. My feet are still nice and tight together, engaging my inner thighs, my glutes. Then I'm going to draw my navel up and in. So again, the transverse abdominis muscles. Now I'm going to try to get my shoulders touching the wall, but I'm going to try to get my head to touch the wall without tilting it. So again, when you look at the side here, you want to make sure that many times you'll know right away that I've been traveling, sitting at my computer, whatever. I start to do this and it's kind of challenging to get my head to touch against the wall. So this is just a standing wall posture. So again, legs, inner thighs, glutes, navel up and in, chest up, shoulders are down, touch the shoulders. So everything's touching. Heels are touching, my rear end's touching, my shoulders are touching, and my head is touching, ideally not tilting it. All right, so now we're going to take it up another notch. Now we're going to take the arms and we're going to put them overhead. And I really like to do this really simple. I take my fingers and I put them together and I just try to get my biceps close to my ears, and then I try to touch my thumbs, get my thumbs to touch the wall. So now I'm going to reach up as high as I can and I'm going to squeeze my biceps next to my ears, and I'll bring my hands down and breathe and line up again. So again, simple, doing the core, engaging the legs all the way up, reach up, and this is just a standing wall posture with your hands together. So again, if you want to practice this on a regular basis, you got shoulder issues, if this is bothering you, can you also do single arm? So again, it's a single arm movement. But the goal is, can I keep my arms straight? Or maybe that's bothering you and maybe you're moving your arms out to the side. So again, whatever's simple, but the bottom line is pain is your guide. So if you got any pain, make sure we're slowly doing this. But ideally, we're going up in here. All right, so here's a great exercise to help you increase space in your shoulders, your back, your neck, your hamstrings. Really simple, and it's a standing up dog, down dog. So now I'm just gonna turn right around. And the key here is I wanna get my arms about chest height, and I'm gonna spread my fingertips apart. So I'm gonna get my fingers apart, and I'm gonna try to get good extension, but the thing is I wanna make sure my elbows don't bend. So again, I'm gonna stick my feet back a little bit, and now I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna take my chest closer to the floor. So now I'm pushing my rear end away from the wall. I'm trying to get my back with a slight bend. So again, I'm curve this. If I need to bend my knees a little bit more, I can. But ideally, we're trying to get the hamstrings engaged, and I can wiggle my butt at the bottom. And then gently I come up, keeping my arms straight, and my head comes up, and I drive my hips forward, but I'm trying to keep my heels down. Now, a little sidebar here is, as you go forward, try to lift up your toes, and that's going to stretch your calves a great deal more. So let's try this one more time. And there's no right or wrong. If I want to get more shoulder involvement, I move my hands up. If I want to get more lower body, I move my hands down. But also I can spread my legs apart. So I'm going to turn my legs a little bit farther apart, but I'm going to turn my toes in. You have 3 hamstrings, and now I'm doing the same movement, but I'm going to wiggle back and forth, and you're like, oh, that feels so good on my back and my hamstrings. And again, as I come forward, I arch the back, and now I'm going to lift my toes up to add a little more stretch to my calf. And the last one is, again, these are easy things to do at the office, at home, wherever, 30-second reset. But I'm gonna get my foot about 4 to 5, 6 inches from the wall, and this is called a half moon. I love this exercise because it does so much. So as I get away from the wall, I want you to lean into the wall. So practice this. This is really a great exercise, and start out slowly. So I'm just gonna slowly lean into it. My palms face out, both palms face out, and I'm going to touch my hands to the wall. So I want you to touch your hands. I want you to lean against the wall, and then I'm going to try to touch my heel to the wall, and I'm going to look up. So the goal is, I'm working my neck now. Can I get my nose vertical to the ceiling? And then I just come back down, so it works my balance, my mobility, flexibility, all rolled into one. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And I usually do this 2 or 3 times. And I'm just going to come down. Again, draw a straight line so my palms face out all the way up. Slight bend in the knee, and then I'm going to try to get that nose vertical. And now, as I get more warmed up, I'm going to try to take my rear end closer to the wall. Let's try that one more time. So again, it's working my core, working my mobility, flexibility, all rolled into one, and it's relatively simple, and it really is a mindful exercise. So again, it's really gets that brain right, and I'll switch back one more time. So again, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, working on my posture. Don't have to get on the floor, so simple. And again, we all can improve our posture. So check this out, simple standing posture, the wall extension, the dog, and the half moon. We'll see you next time.